Business School, where I went for my MBA. Some weeks back, I talked about domesticating coding and walking the streets of Accra, promoting artificial intelligence among unbelieving Africans. I just came back from ALC 4.0 Meetup 3.0. It was quite a wonderful experience. But like I said, these meetups are actually for privileged Nigerians. What do I mean by privileged Nigerians? Nigerians who could own a laptop, who could buy MB. Data is very costly in my country. Also, electricity and generator, having them is a huge problem. My idea is to see how we can get the poor people, the disadvantaged people, to learn coding. And I'm glad to hear of people that are providing laptops. I must emphasize a very big thank you to Ben Koch for the wonderful laptops he brought for us. We are grateful. Can we give a big thumb up to Ben Koch? The New Mind Enrichment Programs. It is our vision to see that we have more collaboration with his institute in America. The other day we had to talk with Dow, and Ben Koch is promising to have a live video chat with us next week. These are all parts of the vision to see that young people get to know that there's going to be a monstrous change that is taking place. We want to make people know that the future work has to do with our ability to reskill. So we have a vision to set up an AI hub here in this part of Africa, where we can talk about the changes that are going to be accompanying. Quickly, I would want to start a crusade that will seek to give zero funding to art and social science courses, and 100% funding to the sciences, especially with STEM. Most people don't know that education has to be STEM focused. What do we mean by STEM? Science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. There are wonderful ways to do maths, because we see that there is a great deficiency in teaching math teachers. So our vision is how we could use technology to teach mathematics. And one of the technology is Mathia. Mathia is an AI robot that teaches mathematics. In such a way that it helps you to get to the very spot where there is problem. He understands why x is equals to 2. Why you are not understanding why x is equals to 2. And knows that the student is facing that challenge, so he tries to solve it. If Africans do not embrace technology, we will not make it. And my vision is to see that we do not lose out in the 4th Industrial Revolution. There is no gainsaying that there will be investments in rice or rice farming or subsidy without us changing the technology of rice production. Billions of naira or dollars were spent on rice by the then Jonathan government. And today, same is being done, with little or no results. And my answer is this: you are not using the right technology. A lot of wonderful technology has come on stream on the rice farming that can see the whole city of Warri being plowed in a day. Drought-resistant rice are being mass-produced in areas that will be so difficult to plant rice. And as a result of globalization, these products will come in very cheap. No matter how much we invest on subsidizing it, their product is quite cheaper. So my idea is change technology. If we change the technology we use in rice production, we'll be able to produce rice at a much more cheaper price and even have to export to other African countries. But if we fail, if we continue on the same old practices, we will continue to get cheaper imports. And that's where the problem is. I can go on and on and on and think about the refineries. The technology for refining crude is not modular. Need I to say that renewable energy is getting cheaper than fossil fuel? If you look at the power sector, the same problem we're having. So my message is to the government, to the private individuals, that it is time for us to rethink. I'll be launching a project, Rethink Africa. For Africa to develop, they must rethink, change their strategy. If not, the gaps between the developed and the undeveloped will be worsened. That is what we aim to avoid. These generations of young people will become coders that will train others how to code. If you go to China, you will never see a Chinese man going on a scholarship to learn banking and finance, to learn law, to learn accountancy. You only see them going for things like data science, computer science, engineering, medicine. Our focus is to see that our scholarship programs are based on things like this, so that we can raise a generation of young individuals that will be able to compete with their counterparts in China, in Europe, in America. That is our message for today. Hopefully, we're looking at introducing new courses like cybersecurity, design thinking, big data, and many others. We tend to do more in this town. We intend to be in Ethiopia in about 87 days' time, and I hope to be in the streets of Addis Ababa promoting artificial intelligence among unbelieving individuals. Soon I will be in Durban, South Africa, and in Cape Town and the streets of Soweto, promoting the use of the knowledge of artificial intelligence, big data, Internet of Things among Africans. We want to invite corporations to begin to invest, because the earlier they do, the bigger will be their dividend. My hero is bringing about 1 million robo-taxi next year. So a lot of drivers are going to be losing their job. Our vision is to set up reskilling centers everywhere and tell people that the only survival instinct in the 21st century would be the ability of them to change jobs, to be able to reskill themselves. We plan to look at the Japanese model of Kaizen, continuous improvement, and introduce it in churches, in schools, and in works, different workshops and programs. That whatever you are doing, there's a room for improvement, and you must begin to think about it. Positive improvement. If we have that as a vision in our company, in our churches, in our mosques, if we have that as a policy in life, we will go far. That will be all for now. And I'm very glad. Maybe our coder will want to say hi to us. Bruno, how's learning been today?
Everything is going well. Thank you for the platform. Um, in the past few weeks, we have been looking at programming. We have learned about HTML, CSS, and currently we are working on JavaScript, which is the language of the web and also one of the most popular languages in the world. Currently, today we talked about the concept of arrays, logic, and loops. Arrays is actually a data structure which JavaScript is dependent on to store a list of um, data types. And then we have logic, which is a way to control the flow of our programs. And then we have the loops, which is to reiterate or to continuously repeat blocks of code, which can be done by humans, but will actually be done in a faster and more efficient way with computers. Thank you.